Hello guys, welcome back to another day of learning Unity with me. So where we last left off, I think we're solving the issue with figuring out how to properly display this. And I still don't think it's like, I looked back at the video yesterday and I still think that it's incorrect. Let me check again. So go 100. Yeah, see, I hit one of the blocks, but then it still represents the 100. So I don't think we're completely done with setting it up properly. I don't know if he's going to mention it. If he doesn't, then I'm going to have to figure it out on my own, which will be interesting, but hopefully it doesn't end up like the time when I had that bug in one of the earlier videos. Alright, let's see. So as a review, the don't destroy on load method prevents an object from being destroyed when a new scene is loaded, and the rule also applies to any children that the object that we don't want to be delete is also saved from being deleted when loaded to a new scene. So I also realized from yesterday was that I was having issues because I couldn't set a value here. But I noticed now that if I really, for all the objects that we want to save, like any objects that we place in the dead or don't destroy on load method, we have to make sure that all the properties that we want included has to not be destroyed as well. Oh yeah, we gotta go to prefab actually. Wait. Yeah, let me see. So we still have the game canvas here. So let's actually delete this one. Yeah, and we're gonna drag and drop this one. I thought I did something bad right there for a second. I was like, wait, that shouldn't be the problem. I don't think that should have been red. But yeah. So yeah, now we have a reference within its own object, its children, so that way when it gets saved from being deleted when loading a new scene, it's also saved too. So that's one less thing to, I guess, worry about. Oh, I think that's why it didn't work. Maybe it's because I only applied it to one scene. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. Well, I mean, yeah. All right, let's give it a shot. Actually, so we're gonna delete this. You have game status. We're also gonna delete that, and we're just gonna drag and drop this one. And let's see if that works. So let's go back to the previous scene, save, then load. 0, 100. No. Oh no, it doesn't want to update. What? unless we don't actually need that game status in level 2, I think. I'm just gonna experiment here a bit, because this won't get destroyed, so we'll move on to the next scene, right? That makes sense. I don't know if he wants it to be like that though. Wait, why? Oh, it didn't reset. I think, yeah, we probably need to reset it upon I guess starting a new game, which is in our scene loader script, I think, maybe. So let's get our scripts. So lose collider, it launches a new scene. We could also maybe somehow change the value of the game status, like the current score value. I don't know if you have the ability to do that or not. It's fun. It's fun. Dang, I kind of wish he showed hitting the block, because sometimes it doesn't get updated, and I wanted to see that. So that's what happened to me just now. Oh, I see. So there might be an issue the way for the way that I did it, because let's say if later down the line, I give the user the ability to select their own level, right? If the user chooses level 2 or level 3, basically a level where they don't have the game status, well then the HUD isn't going to be the HUD's not going to be displayed, and yeah, that's definitely going to be a huge bug. It really it subtracts one of the main functionality of our game, which is the score system. Alright, so I guess let's go ahead and fix that. We gotta add the game status again, because yeah, I don't know why I did that in the first place, considering that it was gonna delete itself dynamically if there was more than two. But for some odd reason, by deleting it, it worked again. So maybe we can figure something out. So this is the game status. We're gonna plug it here. The game status has a script which deletes itself if there's there's already one loaded in the memory. So if I play it, there should be 0, 2. Yeah, see, like I don't get that. But it does load from pretty small. So it's 800 right now, right? So if I hit this, it shouldn't do anything to it, which is kind of weird. But then it counts off from where it last left, and that's because I guess it's using this score, right? It's using the score that we currently had in this level, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, was this a bug fix? Alright, well, I guess, so maybe they did solve it. Yeah. I mean, I could try to find it, I guess, for myself, but I feel like that would take way too much time. So let me see if this just works, because that's what he wanted in the end. We just wanted to show the 100 to the next scene. Alright, that's all he wanted. But now it's not updating anymore. I wonder why that is. Let me look at the, I guess the hierarchy. So we get to say don't destroy. So we're gonna unlock this just to see the score. 100. That's fine. So it deleted the game status. So now we're only referring to this one, right? So then why is that when, you know, I destroy a block, which, you know, 100 points per block, the add method should be there. Huh, why is it not being added? It's weird. Is there anything in console? No. Alright, we'll see what he has to say. So this is a singleton pattern. Let's just quickly look at it because I don't know how to describe it per word, but essentially he just said that the singleton pattern is used was used here to kind of make sure that there's only one single object of reference throughout the whole game process. Let's see. Software engineering, the singleton pattern is a software design pattern that restricts the instantiation of a class to one single instance. This is useful when exactly one object is needed to coordinate actions across the system. The term comes from the mathematical concept of a singleton. Alright, so from this description I can kind of depict it, or at least I think this is the most important part. It restricts the instantiation of a class to one single instance. So it prevents any new instances being created. Therefore, only one of that instance should exist throughout the whole lifespan of the program. And I guess it's used for like management or something. It's because the game status would manage the status of the game, whether it be the score, the speed. So yeah, I guess that's what it means. Singletons applied to children. That's also a good note, I guess. There's no box, cool tips, extremely hard to follow. Particle. You know what I kind of wished was, I mean, I guess they could kind of have search the question. Oh wait, never mind. Oh, actually, yeah, that's what I wanted actually. Blocks will not break. Score zeros after first block. Score doesn't increase in so score is kept for the next level, but score doesn't update anymore in the next level. I saw some same question threads. Are there any messages? The following scene, it now updates. Hope that helps. This is in the way we destroy it. If there is another. yeah, I mean, it gets destroyed, right? I think that's what I was trying to like. I was thinking about like, oh yeah, um, doesn't it like get destroyed dynamically anyways? Like, why would it matter, right? So maybe there's something in our code that does something to which, you know, maybe in our wake there's something happening that prevents it to um, destroy it in time. Because we still want, like, when we go to the next scene, we want the score text to refer to the one and only score text object. Because when, you know, in level 2, when we destroy a block, we want to call this method, but we want to call the method from the first instance that we created from, not from the new instance, which is what I think is happening. For some odd reason, even though we deleted it right in the beginning, it's still adding to that reference for some odd reason, or that's how I see it, right? Let me see. Someone had another solution. I found it in another solution. The problem was in the block game object. All right. When the new scene starts, oh, so something's happening in the block. Huh, interesting. Let's go check it out. Block. So here. Oh, I see what happens. I see what's happening. So yeah, I think it was still referencing to the newly made instance of game status. So, and since remember that we can activate it on awake before anything happens, right? So we're going to I'm gonna see is executed for anything else. So we're gonna take these, right? I guess put them here, maybe, because then during the wake of it, oh no, actually maybe we need to wait till we delete the object first. So when we do a new load to a new scene, it loads up all of the objects, right? Which means it loads up all the scripts and everything else. But you know, we do this in the awake, right? But this is done in the start, which is later. So then actually I don't think that would be a good idea from my current knowledge, unless I don't know if it's the hierarchy that gets loaded. Like, I guess it doesn't matter since don't destroy and load should have been already destroyed. Oh wait. Oh, I think I see it now a little bit. So even if it gets even if it doesn't get destroyed, right? It has the don't destroy and load. It's in its separate tab, I guess, or category. I guess during the load of this new scene, it still refers to its own game status, which before it gets deleted, and then once it gets deleted, blocks does not use the add. The blocks doesn't use the add to block method from the one we want, which is in the don't destroy and load, but rather it does it through its new instance, and so that's where the issue lies at the moment. I'm thinking if we do it like that, does that even matter? I wonder. I always thought this, like, the hierarchy didn't really matter, but maybe, you know, it gets loaded by the hierarchy of it. Let me see, because it does do it on start. That's what I gotta remember. And I'm on the wrong scene. So in my idea, it would be like, oh, alright, so it's gonna load the game status first, which will delete itself, and then the block will try to find the game status object, which happens to be the one that's not destroyed from the previous scene, and therefore it should only refer to that single game status object. Nope, that didn't work. So I guess the hierarchy doesn't really matter, or maybe it's negligible to the point where like it's like instantaneous or something. I don't know. Alright, well that didn't work. do want to continue trying to see if I could solve it. So we know it's the issue of trying to make sure that this game status reference points to the one that's not destroyed. I don't think the life cycle would be useful here because I don't know how the objects are loaded. I guess we could look it up. What's this? Hi guys, question. How do I load an asset that's in my resource folder and place it into the hierarchy? For instance, main camera, object 2, to load an object. I have this so far, but it only loads it into the root level. I take it you're asking how you would set the parent of an instantiated game object. In which case you will need to use the transform.setParent to assign the prefab as a child of an existing object in the scene hierarchy. There's a documentation link for it. Based on the information you provide, the following should accomplish what you are looking for. Yeah, I don't think that's what we're supposed to do. Alright, let's see what people are saying. When the new scene starts, the start method of a block is executed before the second game status is destroyed. Yeah. And find loads the new game status instead of the one from the previous level. And after the new one gets destroyed, the game status becomes null. I'm gonna up that because I think that's really. Wait, I can't up it? Oh, I can. Right. And this one's up good too. And game status does not work, which is why the score is not updating. The way I fix this is by making the game status in block. By making the game status in block and array. Wait, actually, I don't know if that was a good idea. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Why would you make it an array? I think that's gonna maybe take too much memory. This one's a little bit better because it only does it on collision, which is what we want, but it does keep searching for it, which is kind of an issue considering this is kind of a waste of code if it doesn't happen. If you have like a lot of blocks, you know, you're gonna always try to set a value to it, and I think that is kind of a little bit of a waste of resource. So it seems like everyone's trying to find a way to delay the block from storing that cached reference of the game status object so that it can get deleted first and then refer to the one that was created in the previous level. Let's see if we can, I guess, try to figure that out. Alright. I'm thinking maybe a boolean, you know. Because we only want it to happen once, and this does solve that issue that I saw with the other solution, which I think still works, but using like a conditional so that it makes sure that it makes sure that it only gets called once. I'm gonna use a boolean to kind of test that idea, and if it's already been deleted or already cached a new reference, then I'm not gonna be worried about it being called multiple times and kind of making it unnecessary. And I think it's pretty easy actually. I just thought of it. So basically we just check if game status equals null, right? So that means there's nothing, or it's not referenced to anything yet. Then we set the value to the object, and since the whole scene has to be loaded, we place it in the on collision because I guess that's kind of like the later I guess. So everything should be loaded, so by the time like any collision occurs, the game status should have deleted itself after its own conditional statements. And yeah, and then because of this conditional statement, it doesn't do this anymore if there's no game status object. Or yeah, if it doesn't do it anymore if it's already been assigned a value. Oh wait, I just realized something. So I guess his solution like didn't really matter because this script is applied to each block, and then so technically this method here gets only called once. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good solution for this one, because this whole script only gets called once, or this whole method only gets called once, and that because once the block gets destroyed, then well, that's it. Like it'll just do this, and then this whole script will probably be removed from memory because that block assigned with this script, this instance of this script, will also get destroyed, because then another block will have a different instance of this script, and it's gonna be waiting for this. So yeah, that's actually that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I forgot that blocks like the block script represent an individual block, or I think I just didn't pay attention to it. So yeah, I think this is the solution. I'm just gonna leave it like this because why not? And then let's go play this. Oh wait, no, that's not it. We're gonna go level 1, and yeah, let's go try it out. 100. Nice. Alright, cool. I wonder if he goes over that in the next one. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I was like, oh, why are these questions like this? I wish the questions were relevant to the current video that I'm watching. But yeah, I didn't know they had this option, or I guess I never bothered to search for it. Wait, we never made this. What? I don't know. I find it kind of weird that he shows different code, or not different code, but different class. I don't know if it's just for this demonstration, but yeah, I guess I see what he's trying to do here. So he's basically saying that, oh, all right, so we're gonna make the, or let's go to level 2, right? We're gonna make this disable. So even if you know, this thing's loaded. And he also mentioned about the life cycle of the script, in that calling the destroy method, I just want to go over this, but he like calling this destroy method happens, you know, all the way at the bottom. So then all the other scripts who have like awake start will already be loaded, and by the time it's destroyed, well, everything's already been properly executed. In this case, it would have been the start method. This would have been already loaded before it got destroyed. So even if we had set this up in the awake method, this process of destroying this object happens at the very end of the life cycle. So by the time it tries to destroy, it's gonna, like all these any line of code that happens before the on destroy location, it will execute. So that's why it was pointing to the newly made game status, because it hasn't been destroyed yet until later down the line. That because destroy does not destroy the game object immediately, but at the end of the frame. This means that other instances can still find it with the find object of type. Set active false works immediately, and find object type only finds active objects. Oh, is she like one of the mods, I guess? But yeah, I think that's a good answer. That's a good answer. But yeah, this class is like, I never made this. I'm not sure if this is like a standard, but I guess for now I'll like every time he said if we ever do like a singleton pattern, we had to set it up kind of like this. So I guess it might be a standard. Alright, so we're going to take this quiz and then we're going to end the video here because it's already 33 minutes as I'm speaking. So let's see, which of the following statements is written correctly? scene loader equals find object of type. I think when you want to create a variable, you should always start with lowercase. I don't think that's it. This is to prevent confusion with methods or functions that follow this same format. So this one, scene loader, find object of type. Scene loader, it's missing the parentheses because I guess it is still a method. So whenever we call a method, they always should have the parentheses on them. So I think the answer is this one, but this one is incorrect because we need to use these brackets, not this one. What keyword do we use to create a constrained slider in our inspector for one of our serialized variables? So I think it's referring to this one over here. This is a slider that prevents the value of our game speed to go over or below a certain range, and I still remember it slightly, but serialized it's not used for that. It's serialized, I think, or serialized field at least, is used to help us like edit the values of variables through the inspector, which saves us time for like debugging and testing. I think using, I never heard of. Parameter, never heard of, but range, yeah, I've heard of it. Why is time.timescale awesome? Yeah, it allows us to build our projects more quickly. We can create slow motion bullet time just like in the Matrix. It allows us to specify our target frame rate for FPS for players. We can use it to trigger sound effect. That's for audio source, audio clip, and audio listener. This one, they never taught us this. Yes, it does control the rate of time in respect and relative to the game's world, I guess. Which of the following will we use when dynamically displaying our player's score to the UI? From int, not sure what that is. Dynamic, good stuff, bro. Yeah, I think it's that one. Nah, I'm just kidding. Delta time, I don't think so. ToString is used because we need to convert the integer to a string value so that we can set the text or place the value of whatever that score value to our text mesh pro UGUI object with a text property. Which method do we use when creating our singleton? To create our singleton, we do need ToString. No, it wasn't used. Don't destroy and load. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Load next scene, that's for scene loader. That's used to load the next scene based on our build settings. Happy being singleton. Alright, so I think it's this one. So this one prevents any objects to be destroyed when loading to a new scene, and we can use that object throughout the whole lifespan of our game, which makes it a singleton because there's only going to be one instance of that object that's ever going to appear throughout the whole life cycle or the lifespan. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna end the video here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.